Hey everyone, and welcome. So today we're going to tackle a bit of grammar. But wait, don't worry. Forget about those boring, dusty old textbooks. We're going to do this a different way, by telling a story. Ready? Let's jump right in. Okay, so every good story needs a beginning, right? Ours starts with this one little sentence. And more importantly, it introduces us to our hero for the day. A little mouse. All right, so let's picture it together. We've got our little hero, the mouse, and she's in this big, big room. This is where her adventure starts. And you know what? It's also where our own little adventure with prepositions begins. Now, let's watch her go. As she starts exploring, we're going to need some way to talk about what she's doing, right? To really tell her story, we need some special words. Let's call them position words. They'll help us say exactly where she is and where she's off to next. So, what's the official name for these special words? They're called prepositions. But honestly, the easiest way to think about them is just as position words. That's it. They just tell you the position of something. You know, like our little mouse. Okay, enough talk. Let's actually see how this works. Our mouse is starting out with some small, simple moves. So, naturally, we're going to use some simple prepositions to talk about them. Whoa, look at her go. She's on the move. So, the first big question is, where is she now? Let's follow along and see. Ah, there she is. The mouse is in the box. See that tiny little word, in? That's our first preposition in action. It tells us exactly where she is. Pretty simple, right? Oh, but she's not gonna stay put for long, is she? Nope, she's on the move again. So where to next, little mouse? And there we have it. She's sitting on the table. That word on is another one of our simple prepositions. It tells us her location is right there, on top of the table. Oh, wait a minute. I think she's getting a bit shy. It looks like she wants to play a game of hide and seek. Okay, where did she go? Aha, I see her. The mouse is hiding under the chair. And there's our next preposition, under. It points us right to her hiding spot. What a clever mouse. So you get the idea, right? Words like in, on, under, and even at or by, these are all what we call simple prepositions. They're just short, easy words that we actually use all the time to talk about simple positions. Okay, but our little mouse isn't content with just simple moves. She's getting braver. I think she's ready for a much bigger adventure. And you know what that means? For bigger adventures, we're going to need some different kinds of prepositions. All right, let's level up. We started with those simple prepositions, but now let's talk about compound prepositions. These are words like inside or beside. A lot of times they're just formed by joining a couple of simple words together, and they help us give a little more detail about what's going on. Can you see the difference? Before, she was just sitting on the table. Now, she can move around things. Look, the mouse ran around the table leg. That word around, it shows a much more complex movement, doesn't it? And check this out. She found a new hiding spot. She's peeking from behind the curtain. Behind is a great example of a compound preposition. It gives us a really specific location. She's not in front of it, she's not next to it, she's behind it. Wow, she's a real explorer now. Next up, she scurried between two books. Between is a fantastic word because it shows her position, but it shows it in relation to two other things at the same time. See how cool that is? But hang on, we're not done yet.
prepositions have a secret. They don't just show position. They actually have superpowers. Seriously, they can team up with other words in a sentence to make it way more powerful.
So here's how this superpower works. You take a verb, like listen, and you team it up with a preposition, like to, and boom, you've got a super team. Think about it. You don't just listen music, right? You listen to music. Or if you're searching for something, you don't just look it, you look for it. See? They work together to give the action a whole new meaning. Okay, you know what time it is? Pop quiz time. Just a quick one. Let's see if you've got this. The dog was hiding, the door. Is it on, under, or behind? Take a second to think. Yep, you got it. It's behind the door. Awesome job. Wow, what an adventure. We followed our little mouse all the way from being inside a simple box to exploring a whole room. So now, let's bring it all together and start thinking about how you can tell your own stories. So, what did we learn today? Let's do a quick recap. Number 1, prepositions are basically just position words. Easy. Then, we saw how simple prepositions like in and on describe simple moves. After that, our mouse got adventurous, and we used compound prepositions like around and behind. And of course, we can't forget their amazing superpower to team up with verbs. And you know, here's the absolute best part of all this. You really don't need to memorize a bunch of boring rules from a book. The best way, really the only way to get good at this, is to just start using them. Just look around you right now and start describing what you see. So I'm going to leave you with a final little challenge. Just look around the room you're in at this very moment. Is there a cup on your desk? Maybe your bag is beside your chair? What's the story happening right there, right now, all around you? Go on, try and tell it.